Hi everyone, and thanks for watching the latest video on the Employment Rights Bill, or not, because we are focusing on what is not in the bill. Surprisingly, there are elements that the government is looking to introduce which didn't make it into the 156-page thriller that was published in early October. So the government has also published a next steps document alongside the Employment Rights Bill. So this looks at reforms which are going to be implemented in the future. One of these is something which seems to rear its head every few years, and that's a call for evidence on unpaid internships. So these are essentially long-term work experience placements, and the concern has been that they are exploitative in nature and potentially could be banned. So a call for evidence on that front, and possibly a consultation in the future on that. And a lot of commentary was published around the right to switch off, so the right for an employee to turn their emails off, turn the phones off, not to be bothered after working hours. It is the law in some countries across Europe. In others, it's simply guidance, and the suggestion is that there will be a statutory code of practice, so something that can be considered by tribunals in deciding whether to increase compensation, but not necessarily a standalone right to bring a claim if an employee has been prohibited from switching off. So that's really been watered down from the noise that was made prior to the election. And it's likely that the removal of the minimum wage age bands will come into effect at some point during the current parliamentary session. The government's introducing an equality, race and disability bill that is at some point during this parliamentary session, so that's separate to the Employment Rights Bill and the current progress they're making through Parliament. But the new bill, the Race and Disability Bill, will extend pay gap reporting to ethnicity and disability for employers with more than 250 staff. For anybody that has to carry out the gender pay gap report calculations every year at the moment, I feel very, very sorry for you, but it does look like it will be extended at some point to different characteristics as well. And there is a proposal to extend equal pay rights to protect workers suffering discrimination on the basis of race or disability. At the moment it relates purely to sex, but it does look like that will be extended. And the government has also commented on longer term reform of employment laws. Interestingly, not employment tribunals, which are likely to creak under the pressure of these new rights and the barrage of claims which are likely to be brought through the system, but there will be a full review of the parental leave system. So there are all sorts of entitlements. The one thing that hasn't been commented on yet is the shared parental leave system, which is incredibly complex and arguably should be simplified. The government will be looking at carers leave, potential introduction of paid carers time. There'll be a review of workplace surveillance technologies. Single worker status is something which again has been mentioned from successive governments but never seems to have been taken further forward. But the suggestion is a two-tier status, either employed or not employed. Whether we will ever get to that, I do not know. There's a call for evidence on TUPE, nobody's favourite subject. Again, it's a very complex area and potentially burdensome for many employees despite the recent simplifications. That may be something that changes in the longer term. There will be a view on modernising health and safety guidance and introducing provisions relating to neurodiversity and long COVID as an example, and consultation with ACAS on raising collective grievances regarding conduct at work. There are currently provisions in the Code of Practice on dealing with collective grievances, but that may be strengthened and the conciliatory body ACAS may become more involved in that. These are elements which I don't think are going to be introduced anytime soon, particularly given some elements that are in the Employment Rights Bill will not be coming in until autumn 2026. We will keep you updated as and when anything further is published on these points, but if you do need any assistance in the meantime, please do get in touch. Visit the website chadwicklawrence.co.uk or email employmenthub@chadlaw.co.uk. Thank you.